That's
interesting
a problem with
choice
our whole
of words, though. I feel like you're almost
I didn't
testing
care.
the waters.
I didn't even care.
I mean, I appreciate the honesty always, but yeah.
But she doesn't.
She's like, but don't do that to me.
That's
Don't
what
do
you
it to me.
said.
My name's Tarun Shetty. Welcome to the Convo Sutra. We have a fantastic episode lined up for you. We have a special guest this episode, Nihan Gur.
Yes.
Did I pronounce that even remotely correct?
Yes, you did. That was really great.
Actress, producer, podcaster. Welcome to the Convo Sutra.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. It's
Tarun
great.
practiced that like 6 times. He still probably said it wrong. She's being nice. I actually still think you didn't do it right. I just think she's being nice about it.
No, it's good.
And we also have Pritesh Shah,
What's up?
who's an actor here in LA.
Why would we do it? Yeah, actor, comedian. What? Yeah. I hate
Everything.
saying that. I'm Pritesh
Slash,
Shah.
slash.
Whatever. Yeah, like everyone. Filmmaker, actor.
Multi-hyphenate.
Yeah, Jessica Krishna.
Hi guys, I'm Malvika, Sheth. Somewhat of a multi-hyphenate. I'm just gonna say content creator and actor for now. Yeah.
And singer.
Not
You're gonna
there
put her on
yet.
blast.
Not there yet.
Not
but
there. Now some auntie's gonna ask her to sing at a party.
that's not
exactly
happening.
what's gonna go down with you.
I've had 2 singing lessons, so I'm not there yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to take singing lessons.
Do it.
It's so
Yes.
fun.
Okay.
It's really nice.
I have a guy that he plays the piano with Elton John, and he's like, "Yeah, just come, I'll teach you." But I
I
just
mean,
need
if
to
you're
commit
getting
to
that
it.
level of like instruction,
Yeah.
you should.
He sings with Elton John.
No, I freaking wish.
Oh.
He plays the piano.
Piano.
It's his pianist.
It's still pretty big.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
By the way, you're from Turkey.
Yes.
You're born and raised in Turkey?
I was born in Adana, and I moved to the States when I was about like 7, turning 8 years old,
Okay.
to North Carolina.
There you go, right there.
I honestly thought you were Desi when I first saw you.
I thought you were Indian too. I thought you were
same.
Punjabi,
I get everything.
which is
Italian.
I guess in
Indian.
Hollywood, that's a good thing.
Persian for sure.
They say.
Persian
you must
for
get
sure.
Persian,
Yeah.
especially if you go to Glendale.
I've gotten like Japanese before, and I was like, really? They're like, oh, Nihan, like
Oh, the mix.
Chinese, Japanese, like ni hao. I'm like,
It's so
no,
racist.
but
No, but
I'll
it's
go
like-
with it. Sure,
it's
if
like,
you want me to be.
I guess if you were mixed, I could see that.
Not mixed.
I know, but I'm
Okay,
saying
so-
it looks like I don't know. You look like everything.
Do I look Chinese today?
No. hell
Sometimes
no.
I feel like I look Asian.
Even your hair like that.
Yeah.
You show up like
can
a
go.
kimono. You're like, why do people think I'm Japanese?
Listen, whatever gets me the job, I'm here for it.
Is your family still back in Turkey?
Yes, my mom actually moved back. She had a place in North Carolina, and after COVID, decided to sell the house and move back to Turkey.
Okay.
Which was really nice because I grew up so far away from my family for years. So it's given me the excuse to go back to Turkey, get to know them. I actually have like a pretty big family on both sides, but I don't really talk to my dad's side. So my mom's side, it's like my aunts and cousins, and they're so close. So it's like it's
nice.
weird going back because I feel like the odd person out, but also it's your family. So
Yeah, where in North Carolina?
Wilmington.
Oh no, trauma. That's where my ex lives. That's where my ex lives.
Oh, wait,
The-
hold
the
on.
Toxic Ex was
no,
in
no. Wilmington
I
is
used
a
to fly
really
there.
great town.
I filmed there. I had great experiences.
Yeah,
Like my
what'd you
first
film?
recurring 6,
Okay.
and which was at Screen Gems, which is a huge studio in Wilmington, right?
Yeah.
And then I ended up dating a girl there, and that was terrible. But I did go there to see her, so now I need to film something there to have different memories in
I
Wilmington,
think
North
so.
Carolina.
Wilmington's great. When I first moved to the States, it was a place called Burgaw.
Where's
So that should just tell you
Where's that?
everything.
Where's
It's
that
like
at?
Never heard of
in
that.
in the swamps, like one stop sign. I was like the only brown
North
kid
Carolina?
in North Carolina.
What an intro to America at
Yeah.
7 years old.
Lives in a trailer park.
Hey!
I've gone through it all, you guys.
But you can pass as
That's
white,
me.
honest to God. If you said you were names like, I don't know, Nancy from New Jersey, I'd be like, oh, she's Nancy. She's like a hairdresser.
You can play anything you want.
I gave
Yeah.
myself the. Did you guys ever watch Alec Mack on Nickelodeon?
No.
Yeah, I remember that.
I thought she was like the coolest character, and I remember watching her when I was like learning English, and people couldn't pronounce my name, so I was like, "Yeah, my name's Alec." They're like, "What?" I'm like,
Let's
"Alec."
change your name.
Yeah. Have you guys ever done anything that's like
Only the Starbucks name. Mine
Yeah.
would be Melanie. just 'cause-
Melanie?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
You did
one.
Melanie every time?
I could see that.
Melanie or Melanie?
Melanie.
Oh, okay.
What'd you
make it
do?
easy.
I go by Ty to this day.
What do you call it?
Ty.
You just do Thai? Why?
Yeah, even this coffee I got before this, I was like, my name's Ty, and they know me as Ty
okay.
there.
We all had
Wow.
moments like that. You know what's crazy? When I was in high school, My name's Pritesh, obviously, but you want to make it easy. So I was like, just call me. It's like British with a P, so call me Pritish, right? So everyone call me Pritish. Everyone call me Pritish. Now listen,
That is great.
My first audition, I come here. I do my first audition as an Indian casting director, right? So he's like, Slate. I'm like, hi, my name's Pritesh Shah. He goes, shut the fucking cameras down. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, what I just do? He's like, it's Pritesh. Say it right.
He was Indian.
Yeah. I needed that moment. I'm actually
Yeah.
grateful. At the time, I was freaked out.
Yeah.
I was like, what did I do wrong, dude? Like,
Good for
why does
him.
every person that's Indian hates me? Like, are you my father? But then he corrected and I said it right. Since then, I love it.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about changing your name as an actor?
Absolutely not. I love my name.
I agree. People ask me that all the time.
Why would I change it?
Yeah. I didn't have like as traumatic of a experience, but I think as you get older, you kind of like really grow into your differences and appreciate them. And now it's like, oh, do you have like a middle name or like a nickname?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's Nihan. It's 5 letters. If I have to remember yours, you can remember mine. I
Yeah.
get very sassy with it.
No, I love that. I love what you said too, just about like you grow, I guess when you grow older, you grow more comfortable with your differences. Cause I mean, I'm a huge champion for individuality. Like, what do you think are some of the other things besides your name, where you're from? Like, what are some of the other things you think that are really special about you that you like to highlight?
Oh, that is that's like the special skills on your resume that people always like.
No, but it doesn't even have to be a skill. It could just be like,
The
I'm
special skills are
super-
all lies.
Yeah.
I ride horses on the weekend.
I can drive.
Yeah.
What are yours? I need some.
Just like even like
inspiration.
random interests or like, I don't know, like I've done Indian classical dance, which I think is fun. But
Oh, that's cool.
Bharatanatyam?
Bharatanatyam, yeah. So like if anything,
Belly dancing, obviously.
cool.
It's something that I love dancing. I get it from my mom.
And you're a great podcaster. Your Caviar podcast.
You're a caviar
I like that name.
podcast. Yeah,
Cute.
thank you.
So you belly dance.
Belly dance. Yeah, that's what comes to mind.
Is that from Turkey?
archery? I like anything that's like outdoorsy sports. Martial arts. I did capoeira for a little bit.
Wow.
See, if I was in a relationship and the girl said, I do archery and martial arts. Like she can shoot me and she can kick my
Yeah,
ass.
Yeah.
You do date a girl that could kick your ass? Like, let's say you date a girl that was like Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
okay
why
with
not?
that. I'm masculine enough to be
Yeah,
okay
but-
with that.
Yeah,
like
Never
that.
happened.
I think I probably have. Bro.
Never
Never
happened.
happened.
Yeah.
How's your dating life going?
Oh, it's terrible. I've accepted being alone.
No, but that, no, stop. Okay. You
Let's
say it's
go.
terrible.
Not
No.
with that attitude.
No, let cut that crap. You say it's bad because it's by choice by you because you always say you don't want to put yourself in that situation to allow that experience.
Yes.
Because if you did, it's available to you.
I've gone through LA enough where I just won't put up with stuff. So I can date. I just don't want to. It's got to be the right person now. Like before, I was very good. Like, oh, she's pretty. I'm just gonna try this. Now I'm like, you're out. So I'm much more selective, but I'm way more productive. Like somebody was grilling me once on this podcast, and I was like, we wouldn't be here if I was in a huge relationship. You know, like
for that
I'm so much more
sometimes.
productive. That's my thing. But
Yeah.
are you in a relationship right now?
No.
Okay, but you asked him, so then what is the reason you're not in one?
I'm in and
Not
out
that
of
you
dating.
need to be, but I'm just asking.
I just find the answer so funny because everyone in LA hates dating. So it's always like, well, what's your story now? I have fun with it. So if I go out with someone and it's going to be like a bad date or I'm not interested, I'm still going to have fun. So it's kind of like for my own selfish reasons that I'll go out on a date almost.
What do you mean selfish though?
I kind of do it for the plot sometimes.
Oh yeah, well,
The
I mean,
plot.
How do you know they're not doing it for the plot too? I mean,
Yeah.
they also could just be
I
doing
just
it for
don't
fun,
take it
so.
seriously. And if
girls
I
get free
like the
dinners.
guy,
You guys get free food. It's. I mean,
no.
not
see,
with
if
me,
it-
man.
no,
You get free
no,
coffee
not
with me.
always.
the first date,
I don't do that.
you have 2 hours, 7 to 9, whatever. Like I'll give you a time and it's not going to be too late because then I can go out and do whatever. We'll have a drink. And if it goes well, the second date will be like a proper date,
I agree.
I guess.
Why would I changed the whole dynamic when I started again.
Yeah.
I don't do nighttime. I didn't want to involve drinking even. So it was just like, for me personally, because then like it just, for me, I was like, okay, let me,
we're white in the date. Make sure that you exemplify.
first of all, Tarun, that's not where I was going at all. So you really messed that shit up.
Yeah.
No, I was just get coffee. It was cool. And then we see if I want to take it later. Then I go down that route. Do I vibe with you? Do I like your energy, what you're about? Then let's get to know each other deeper,
Yeah.
right? All the other stuff, it's fine. And half the time when people say they want to date, they're just trying to get laid anyway. Nothing wrong with that. It's just like you're using that as an excuse to say you're dating. And I've been there too. I'm not innocent of it. I've done that in the past. Yeah.
I think everyone has.
Yeah.
And going back to what you were saying, you're definitely more productive when you're, especially if you thrive better as an individual, which I do, and it sounds like you as well. I think part of that fear is like, I don't want to give anyone my time to take that away from me. So there was a little bit of that, but now there was a guy I dated for like 3-4 months, and it was the first time in 3 years that I've been single. I was like, oh, he's a really nice guy, and this is what it can be. There was like the extra thing wasn't there, so we just stayed friends, which was like a very mature like talk. But it was nice to kind of feel what it could be when you do find the right person. Yeah. So now I'm like intentionally dating, I guess.
I think some experiences give you hope.
Give you hope.
Yeah, like I think if you have a good
I
experience.
love when you say anything positive turns like, okay. That's like turns into
I mean, it's true. I mean, we all talk about bad experiences we've had, but there are some times where it's like maybe it just didn't work out perfectly, but a lot of things were right, and those things that were right give you hope that like next time maybe it can be right, you know? So like, yeah, I think what you were saying.
But also, it can also erase a lot of these preconceived ideas you have in your head.
Yeah.
They're all just ideas. They don't even exist. Sometimes you connect with someone and like, I would have never expected that. You know, it's happened to me open with regarding even friendships. Like some of my best guy friends now are people I would have never thought would have been in the same, like completely different worlds, looks, the way they approach life. And they're like some of my friends I love to death, who are so like family to me. So I think it's happened with women too, where I'm like, look, granted, I have to be attracted to them in some way, but I've let go of the idea of what I find attractive.
Yeah, there's got to be a common denominator.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like would you prefer to meet someone in person and have it organically happen like that? Or are you guys cool with dating apps? Like
I used Raya for a while.
Yeah.
I met some cool people.
Yeah.
I'm on
I'm not a dating app person as much because I feel like it depends how you approach it, of course. It becomes like a commodity. And then I feel like for me personally, I'm just like, I feel like I'm in the store shopping for someone. I don't know who they are.
So
It's just what
weird.
they look like. It feels very material to me.
almost transactional in a way.
But it depends how you use it. So I met cool people on it. I went on dates with really cool people. I'm not dating it anymore, but I'm friends with them.
I normally don't use dating apps, but I was on Bumble. I was like, let me see that. So match this
Bumble,
Indian.
that's
Yeah.
a thing still?
Yeah, I swear to you. I'm so out of
Look at the judgment. Did you see the judgment from her? She's like, yeah, this
We
ain't
gotta
gonna work.
get
You
you
on
on
Bumble
Raya.
now?
We gotta get you on Raya.
Oh,
But
really?
I've heard better things about Hinge than Raya.
It is.
Yeah.
Raya is the same. It's like
I think
Raya
it's
is-
same.
Yeah. Hinge kind of, some people approach it more seriously, you say.
Yeah.
Raya is like, look, it can be an extension of Hollywood. So the approach, if you're approaching it from a networking perspective, and you meet cool people.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
dates with cool people.
I
but-
think it's what you make it, honestly.
yeah.
Because if I meet someone out, it's still transactional in a way that like, hey, can I get you a beer because I want to get to know you?
Yeah.
Whereas like on the app, I've done where we've matched and then we go for a beer and then the chemistry is just not there. Or I've talked to someone for like 4 or 5 days via text and then we meet up and the chemistry's still not
But
there.
there's that
but
extra,
like,
it's an extra step, right? When you're on an app, because you in person, you can sense the energy a little bit better. I think on an app, it's harder to sense like,
You're skipping the
That's-
first step because
Yeah.
they're right
Yeah.
there. You
To-
know?
tone
You know,
is-
and you also know, Neil, what they actually look like.
yeah.
Because apps can lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people, I'm like, yo.
Also,
okay.
tone is completely lost. Like, I'm very sarcastic.
Oh, yeah. There's no context.
I matched the Indian girl, and just for fun, I was like, she goes, oh, I could tell she was like relationship. And I was like, oh, just so you know, I was like, I'm not really sure about relationship, but we can meet up for fun. And then,
Oh.
You said that?
yeah, I was like,
Honesty is
wonder how she
beautiful.
responded.
let me see what the reaction was. How do you think she responded?
She,
maybe
Pass.
just didn't respond.
What's your answer?
I would have passed. Yeah.
I feel like she was harsh.
She just deleted me. And I was like, oh, she's gone. She like disappeared off the planet.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the beauty of dating apps. Like, you can just erase yourself from someone's existence.
You think that's beauty?
No,
I mean, you
think- I-
can. It's a
low
choice.
commitment. It's low commitment.
That's a problem with our
choice
whole
of
society.
words, though. I feel like you're almost
I didn't
testing
care.
the waters.
I didn't
just
care.
For fun.
So,
I mean, I appreciate the honesty always, but yeah.
But she doesn't.
She's like, but don't do that to me.
That's
don't
what
do
you
it
said.
to me.
That's
Don't
what
do
you
it to
slid
me.
underneath.
I mean, I just like, I'm trying to picture if someone said that to me in person, I'd be like, oh, you would just want to have fun?
Hold on, but let me say, but your
Next.
intention, yeah, but your intention of saying that was a joke, correct? Is
I
that
don't
what you
know.
said was lost? What you know
He
your
was
intent.
bored. He was bored.
He was bored.
I guess I was
What was
horny or something, and I was like, let me see if this works.
you were just trying
I've
to
heard
get-
guys say that, oh, just come over, let's hook up. And I'm like, that works.
Yeah, of
And they were
course
like,
it
oh,
works.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
Not in Bumble, apparently.
That's easy to find, dude. Look, I always say it's easy to get laid. It's hard to find a relationship, right?
Yeah.
It's to really commit and be vulnerable and deal with all that crap getting laid.
Not to like change subject, but do you have
Please
you guys
change it.
He's like, please, let's go in a different direction.
Well, I'm just curious, do you guys get a lot of projects overseas for like India?
For like acting stuff?
Yeah.
Not me.
No.
I've done a few auditions for projects there, but I've never booked one.
Hold on, do you speak Hindi?
Yeah.
Fluently? Oh,
Decent.
Gujarati nahi aatu, but
This
Hindi
is the
aap
problem
jata hai.
because I keep
Okay.
mixing my Gujarati and Hindi. I've taken some Hindi classes.
Okay.
It's not the best. I keep getting the like plural, singular, and like the male, female. That all is wrong. But if I'm given a script, I can convincingly speak what it says.
I've done a Hindi
That's
commercial.
amazing.
And I've done, when I used to do a lot of print work, I've done print ads for India.
Was it shooting here or?
Yeah.
You work in Bollywood or something? Or Turkey?
No, I'm just like, I'm curious. I did do a show in Turkey. I went to Istanbul for 6 months, and that was a
How was
unique
that?
experience.
Was it all local crew? Like local union?
Yeah. I was dating a Turkish guy at the time, and we had gone for a vacation.
We met in Bumble.
That's
Raya.
we're gonna skip all
Okay,
of that.
okay.
But it was around the same time my mom was moving back. So it
Mm-hmm.
was just like really great timing. And there was a few people that we knew. This director who kind of followed my career here, and he was doing a show, during the summer. So I like auditioned for it, went into the studio. And Turkish shows are great. Like they've gotten so much better. The quality of like what they can put out with the money and like the resources they have is incredible. So I booked it. It was a Fox drama, and I was a series regular. And it's insane because they have 2 teams on the floor per week. So like they shoot 5 days a week, 2 teams. On the 6th day they edit. On the 7th day it airs.
What?
And it's like the
Wild.
it's the 2-hour episode. So it's the primetime TV. Now when you book something on Netflix, I think HBO is going there. You shoot it for a month, you know, kind of like how we do
Yeah.
it here, and then it streams. But yeah, it's very different. We'll see how this year goes, but I might like go back and just see if I can book something else.
Go back to
But
Turkey?
yeah, why not? I don't know.
No way. You're not going to do that. I don't even know you that well. I already know you're not going to.
Wait. What makes you say that with so much confidence?
Because that's every LA person. Like, I'm like that too. I'm going to move this way. I'm going to move back to New Hampshire and like live this idyllic life and write novels. I will never leave LA. I'm going to die in a hospice house
I do love LA.
in La Cienega.
But this guy pointed, he's like, you could shake the ground underneath me. Fires are taking everything, and I'd still rather live here than your
Honestly.
It's
Yeah.
funny because
Yeah.
even the fires, I think, have made me. I used to talk all the time, being just fed up sometimes with the industry that we're in. I would just be like, guys, I'm moving to Dubai. I'm moving here. I'm moving there. After these fires, I was like, this is my city. I'm not leaving here. It's just I have too much emotion about this city to ever want to leave here, you know?
You miss, it's easy to talk crap about it when you're here. It's when you leave, you miss it. Like I always say, I've traveled the world. I've never been anywhere where I'm like, I'd rather live here. I like visiting here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's cool to be here, but I want to go back.
Yeah.
So SoCal's the shit.
Yeah.
Like I
Speaking
like
of-
everything about it.
I don't think I
Yeah.
could ever live in India.
No.
don't
India,
think
you
I
make
can.
10 days, girl. I got a 10-day limit in India.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for 10 days. I joined the
love-
gym on the first day because I
Yeah.
still got to hit the gym because I'll lose my mind if I don't because
Yeah.
I can eat all the food. And then after the electricity goes out, you can't get the Wi-Fi and you get allergies and you throw up one time. You're like, I'm back to America.
It's India.
Makes you
is-
grateful.
I mean, I don't know how Turkey is. You can probably speak more to this, but I think India is the way of operating there is just very different than it is here in the States. That I love the culture. I love everything that India is, you know, so rich and known for, but I just can't operate there because they operate very differently. Like the way things are done, things get done a little differently there than they get done here.
Or they don't get done.
Or they don't get done there. So I don't know. It's just
We take for
I agree
granted
with you.
American infrastructure.
yeah.
People that left realize, like, they go to Costa Rica and Portugal. You know how everyone left? My friend went to Portugal. She comes out. I'm like, what was your experience like going to Portugal? She goes, the ATMs would just not work for 2 days. Like, stuff we take for granted. Like, most of the country, so much of the world has rolling blackouts. It's normal. You go to South Africa, it's like, hey, we don't have electricity 2 days. It's already planned.
Yeah.
We lose electricity for 2 minutes. And people are like,
crazy.
oh my God, my Instagram live feed? Like, shut up. You know what I mean? So,
Nihan, what's Turkey like?
It's a cosmopolitan place. Like it's so Istanbul and south of Turkey, very beautiful. Like I've traveled quite a bit and it's still the best vacation I've ever had. Istanbul's a very unique city. It's definitely like a mesh of London and New York, and
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful. The food is amazing, and I'm not just saying that because I'm Turkish, but it's the best food I've ever had.
I back that because I've been
I'm
there,
sure
and it's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
The food.
I do think that, I mean, hopefully, so that was 2019, but if I were to go back, I'm hoping I would have a better experience because it's kind of like you said, the film industry is really great, but there's also this thing, like when I speak Turkish, I have an accent. I've been
course,
living in
it's
America since I
natural.
was 8 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like they really love it, but then they're like, oh, well, can you not have an accent in the scene, or can you? I can't. Like, you guys hired me, you knew exactly what you were signing up for. And now if I try to book a project, that's the first thing the managers will tell me. Yeah, but we're just going to fix your accent. I'm like, why? And I think that's why we appreciate America so much, because you have actors like us that can be like culturally different. Like Penelope Cruz is one of my favorite actresses, and she hasn't gotten rid of her accent.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's those things. I'm like, you guys are still kind of, your mind is a little still like left in the
But it's
past.
also
a
what
little
they
bit.
see, right? Because like here, we're used to different accents and different people. America's the first one that led that group, so
Yeah.
you accept all of it. Like, oh, you can be here and sound a certain way. Same thing. Go to India, like everyone sounds and looks
Yeah.
the same. I mean, most of it's very homogenous. That's actually what I miss about LA, even outside of California. You go there, you're like, where are all the different types of people?
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
about this city.
Does she have an accent to you?
Well, she doesn't have when she speaks right now.
Yeah.
Let's analyze it. Keep talking.
Oh gosh. Well,
No, she
I've
doesn't.
gotten,
Yeah, oh
I've
gosh.
gotten different things only because.
No, she doesn't have an accent at
So
all.
I was
Right?
born in Turkey. Middle and high school was in North Carolina, and then I moved to New York when I was 17. So
You
it's,
need like an up-talk here. It's kind of like North Carolina.
what?
I feel like
Like
she's
a Valley
like
girl.
in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
you do it
I
really
love it when
good.
people have like come from like they've experienced different places in their life, so they can like switch the accents. What's that called? There's like a term for it.
My buddy does it. Who comes
Yeah.
over? Yeah, I was
Switching the accents
Their accents
quickly.
change naturally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you saying?
Those people are annoying. They go to like India or England for like 2 months, like Madonna, and she
they
comes
become
back with a
British.
British
They're
accent.
almost
Like,
as
what
annoying
happened?
as people
I
call
love
themselves
that.
empaths.
Oh
Oh
my
my gosh,
God.
I love the British accent.
Imagine you do this podcast, you leave with like an Indian accent.
we
and
just-
like, hello,
Should we
namaste.
finish this? Should we just do it in a British accent now?
Do you know what? My British accent's quite shit. I can do all the other accents. I can't do British, which is supposed to be the easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I'm
your
shy with
Your
accents because
T's-
I feel like
Yeah.
I like made a point to learn American English.
You don't have an accent though,
Thank you.
Yeah.
at all.
But she's
Fix
also
it.
an actress, and
but
she's
fix
talented
it.
at what
Yeah,
she
right.
does. so.
I do think that, I don't know if you guys, when you speak Punjabi
Gujarati for
We
us.
speak
Gujarati.
Gujarati, which is the
Okay.
western state in India, Gujarat. So we
and
speak Gujarati.
Northern is
Punjabi.
Punjabi.
Punjab.
Okay.
And he speaks your mother
I don't
tongue.
speak. I can understand it.
You barely speak English, but what I'm
Yeah.
talking about anyway.
We spoke Thulu at home.
What is it?
Thulu, Tulu.
Oh, okay.
my
Is
mom-
that,
connected
is that
to-
what Sunkrish speaks as well?
No, he speaks
Telugu, Tamil, right?
Tamil probably. I don't know.
So many different.
Tulu is that very different than Telugu?
No, it's closer to Kannada.
Oh, it's Kannada. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never heard of it.
My
I'm
dance
fat.
teacher
I want to go to
speaks-
India. I'm so fascinated.
never been?
I haven't. It's on my list, but like,
You can go from Turkey. I did that.
yeah, just
We did a layover
so
in
many
Turkey.
languages. Like, how
Yeah.
do you? It's insane. Do you
Well,
guys
Hi-
understand each other when
Well,
you?
Hindi is the national language, so mostly
Right.
all of India will understand. Hey, that's a communicative.
This is what
Okay.
I wanted to say something to what you said earlier about like just one not like a correction, but like I think India is actually quite diverse. It's not the same people and the same because actually if you travel between even the north and the south or even two different states in the north, huge difference in how language is written, huge difference in what the language is.
Yeah.
Even sometimes how the people look. Like I think sometimes when you're in these like cities like Mumbai and stuff, you start to feel because everyone's speaking Hindi. Sometimes you're hanging around in the same circles in those cities, so you do maybe think people look and speak and sound the same. But then when you actually travel like in the heart of India, like go to different I don't know how to say it, but, like,
Villages and
villages,
stuff.
but
Too. Yeah,
not
for
even
sure.
villages, but like just different towns that aren't like such big cities. You realize it's such a diverse set of everything.
You know, I do entertainment news for Bollywood Channel, and a huge movie called Pushpa 2. It's like breaking records. It's a Telugu movie. It's not
Telugu
Hindi.
movie. Yeah, yeah.
So I mean,
Well, look what RR did.
Exactly.
That was the biggest one.
So I mean, the fact that these movies that are not Hindi based, that can just break records speaks to what the industry is.
No, I agree with that.
Amazing.
I guess my point was just the fact the world part of here.
Yeah.
So that you're literally talking about people from just different worlds, right? Have collided here, which is the beauty of this, but also we see where all the friction comes from sometimes from that lack of understanding.
Yeah. In Turkey, are there a lot of like differences? Maybe, I'm sure it's just the one language that's spoken, right? Or are there
Turkish.
Okay, are there like different dialects of it that can be?
Yeah, it depends where. It's kind of like in America, if you're north or south, like the southern accent.
Yeah.
So there's like a more mountainous accent when you go to like Cappadocia. Istanbul is like the most cleanest, I would say. But yeah, it depends where you are. Like when you're in the country, they have a more like a countryish Turkish accent, which is interesting to say out loud in English. But yeah, there's different accents for sure. But for the most part, it's all Turkish. There's Arabic as well. And it's just people who've moved there that speak it. But it's interesting because I had a friend visit not too long ago. And when I speak English, I guess my tone changes to when I speak Turkish. And I never had anyone say that to me before. So I think that's also
Wait, when you speak English
fascinating.
to that person, you speak in a different
Like I'm talking English. Ve birdenbire Türkçe'ye geçersem benim sesim değişiyor.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wow.
So they were like, your tone changes. And I never thought of that before.
I don't think
it's
your
fascinating.
tone. Maybe it's because
I'm
very conscious of
You
right
know what's
now.
crazy is when I go to India and I speak English, I do it with an Indian accent.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
kinda
there
have
like,
to-
hey, to my cousins, because they want to practice English with me. And I'm like, I want to do Gujarati the whole time.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk to them, I'm like, all right, I don't go like, let's go get food. I go, let's go get food. I can't communicate.
And then even the facial
Either
expressions.
I'm like, come on, let's go eat.
go.
Everyone's hungry. Let's go right
Yeah.
now. Let's get the rickshaw, beta. Chal. Because I know if you don't say it with the Indian accent, I speak too fast.
Yeah.
They can't understand. If I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, let's go over here and do this. They'd be like, I don't know what, they freak out. Yeah.
I also found, I don't know, did you guys watch the Golden Globes?
No.
I saw a little bit of it.
No.
I
I think it was
care about a word
Zoe
for it.
Saldana. She said for Emilia Perez, I didn't watch the movie, but she says something very wonderful because the director is French and it was a very like Latin, Spanish like speaking movie. And the director has directed other films where it's different languages than what he speaks. And she was like, he doesn't see language. It's just about storytelling.
Yeah.
And I found that like very beautiful because
It
such
should
an
be that
actress.
way. But it should be that way. And I
Such
think
an actress.
to your
Your popcorn eating, watching Golden Globes.
I love it.
Tear
I
falling
love
down
that
the-
shit. I love going to the
It
movies.
just hit my soul when he said that.
I saw your IMDb, but what do you normally get cast in?
Honestly, I think America's still trying to figure it out. I have no idea.
Really?
I go for anything.
See, I see you as like,
But that's a good place to be, I guess. Like to be able
It's very
to
frustrating because sometimes people shy away being pigeonholed, but you can, one, be a steady working actor, which is great financially, but also you can break away from that now more so. I don't know what I would be.
what do you want? Like what's your ideal sort of like I know it's tough to say as an actor because you probably have a list of things that you want to do, but like in the ideal world, what would you want people to kind of see you as?
I mean, I really love just really off the wall shit, like Substance. I would have loved to play Demi Moore's younger self. Not that I look like her, but maybe like a Penelope Cruz version of it. I also, one of my favorite movies that when I was going to film school in New York, A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints. It was a really amazing cast with Rosario Dawson, Channing Tatum, Shia LaBeouf, Robert Downey Jr., Chas Palminteri. And it's an indie film, but I was like, I want to create stories like that because it's very raw and real. But then there's also a version of me where I'm like, can I be the next Bond girl? Like, I would love that.
Yeah.
I could see you as the Bond
Very
girl.
cool, yeah.
In Turkish.
So
Sorry.
many jokes are coming my way from that. Thank you.
Wait, so you went to film school and you were like, you know what? I can be behind the scenes, but I'd rather be in front of the camera.
I think I always wanted to be in front of the camera. Acting is the forefront, but I've learned to kind of pivot. When I couldn't afford like acting classes, I got a job at a self-tape studio, and it taught me so much just like cold reading with actors and auditions.
That's really smart, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend that to every actor actually. And then I started working at a reel company. So I was directing people's like reels, and it's like a 1 or 2 page thing. But again, it teaches you what they see from the other side. So when you get on set, you kind of have more appreciation, or you're more aware of like certain angles or whatever. Because I'm not a technical person. I'm just like, direct me. I will give you what you want emotionally, whatever. But it's nice to have that vision from the other side. I can see myself maybe directing in the future, but I'm trying to get into producing right now. Just because
if you're doing your own podcast, you have the producing thing in you for sure.
Yeah.
Not everyone does, right? I feel like that's a good place to go. We talked about that, the filmmaker part. That's a very small percentage of people.
For myself last year.
Yeah.
So it's very new, but I really enjoy it. I love putting people together. I know a lot of people.
It's a skill set.
Yeah.
To bring people together and get a story. Like I do it a lot.
But don't you feel
I'm
like
good at it?
Don't you feel like it's a must? It's a necessity, because that's why I make stuff. I mean, when I was making like web series or whatever, it's because nobody would cast me and stuff. So I had to make my own stuff.
Well, you can say that, but how many people are actually doing it? Very few.
Yeah.
Very few. Because everyone has an idea. Very few people. Of course, but that's easy to say because that's a skill set that's natural to you, or something that you're actually going after. But like I'd say 98% of the people are always looking for a job. They don't create it.
I don't think it's just a skill set. I think it's just like you have to be okay not knowing everything and still jumping into it 100%. Because it's something you want so badly, you know?
Yeah. And that's a skill set too, though.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's like, and a lot of things is like, it can be overwhelming. You have to wear a lot of shoes. There's a lot of pressure and the reward doesn't come right away. And a lot of people just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's fair too. Like I don't like editing. I won't edit. I don't want to learn about it.
But you would if you had to.
Turn, first of all, just because you do that shit, don't mean I want to do that shit. I don't like editing.
I know. I'm not saying you don't love it.
Do you know what I love? My agent will they have a recording studio at their spot. I'll go in, they record me, and they upload it. It's amazing. The most beautiful thing on the planet.
He made 2 great short films. We can plug it at the end. But did you edit those films? Somebody else edited it for you.
Edit? Hell no.
I hired someone.
I'll edit an audition, maybe.
She does her own podcast. Like she does it herself. That's amazing.
Oh, you like by yourself? Oh shit. Okay. Well, she went to film school. I went to school for accounting and a minor in English. Dog, leave me alone. I'm with different people.
This is great. For accounting, that's nice.
Yeah, I'll do your taxes. No.
Great.
Are you gonna make a short film or anything? Are you gonna?
You should
bring back the filmmaking.
I just filmed one. It was the beginning of December. It's a very unique project, and
you wrote it?
I didn't. It was Megan and Lex. They're twins, and I worked with them on their short last year. They have a very unique like vision. They're very like European with their sense of style. But I hopped on as a producer, and then they were like, "Hey, we wrote this. We want you to like star in it. Like, what do you think?" So it's kind of like building that community, right? So we shot it beginning of December. I think the first cut we'll see the end of January.
Are you in it?
I'm the lead in it.
Okay.
It has Turkish and English in it. So we kind of like put that in, which is really special for me. But it's a very unique like vampire, Black Swan-esque.
Wow.
What a log line. Vampires, Black Swan is.
That's the elevator pitch, bro.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
So darker themes.
Yeah, this one was a darker one for sure. But
You're a vampire in it?
I become a vampire in it, yeah.
Wow.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I'm excited to see it. But yeah, I don't know, the past like 2 years, I feel like between strikes and stuff.
It's been the weirdest 5 years since COVID.
Yeah.
Do you go out commercially a lot?
I should.
Yeah, how you not?
Yeah.
L'Oreal,
You guys,
all these
I hate
like beauty
headshots.
brands.
I hate headshots. They're like, can you do like character-y headshots for us? I'm like,
Wait. Why would you do character headshots?
you know, like with
I've never done
glasses,
character-
with like, I don't
Okay.
know. I'm like,
Those
I have
are-
a smiling one.
Those are terrible headshot photographers.
I agree.
You know, I'll send you a good one.
Okay.
You don't need to be going to that.
Well, I feel like I probably do need to get new ones, but I have a smiling one and I have a theatrical one. And I think now it's like everyone just checks your Instagram anyway. It's kind of like your resume.
I just had my brother take some of me and I've made them like, cause my manager was like, do the nerd one with the glasses and then like maybe like more of like a barista one. And so I did all of them, but
Barista one?
Yeah. Like
That's hilarious.
What did you wear
You know
for
the
barista
nerd one
one?
with the glasses?
Coffee?
The nerd one with the glasses cracks me up because when I first started there, I'm like, dude, I can't compete with a real nerd. Like when I could put glasses, dishevel my hair. When I go in there, it's a wrap. These dudes are like, I can't compete.
Yes,
I'm
you
sorry.
can.
Like
You're an actor. You can do
no, I just can't. They weigh 110 pounds. They, acne everywhere. It's a wrap.
I'm
Like,
just
not
imagining
getting
your
it.
manager like, we got to get those Starbucks rolls. Those two line
Honestly,
Starbucks. We
they-
got
I
to
mean,
get those
Put on
rolls.
that apron. What are you doing? What is going on?
Listen, I did it, but I just did it with my brother at home, and he like took photos, and I was like, that's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not like paying to get this done. And
It's just so subjective. You have casting directors who love that kind of stuff, and then you have casters like, no, I don't need it. I can kind of
Yeah, just-
picture it. in
yeah.
it. So it's like,
It depends on the look. You have to know like what you're gonna go in for. You're not gonna be going in for the nerdy stuff. Not saying you can't play it.
yeah.
That's very different. We can all play all the stuff because we're all. I'm a nerd too, but what they look for.
You're a nerd.
bro.
Come on, dude.
What?
Nobody looks at you and says you're a nerd.
That's my point exactly. You just proved my point. I'm talking about perception of how they're casting. What I am is I read and watch documentaries all day and like meditate, and I don't drink really or go out.
yeah.
Why are those qualities?
That's
being
what
a
they
nerd?
say is a nerd. Like what? Okay, define nerd for me. Now we're getting to semantics.
I don't believe in
Okay, no definitions. Are you one of those?
I just
And
don't
labeling
believe in nerds.
people.
I don't
I'm
believe.
non-binary with the definitions of words. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a cis nerd.
I think we're all trying to break perceptions as
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah.
That's constantly our battle. Is how can we?
Because we're all everything at once
Yeah.
at the same time. Everyone is like, even when they say introvert, extrovert, it's like, well, no, you choose what you want to be that serves you the most in that moment of time. That's trauma. That's from childhood. I was loud and boisterous because I felt like I was abandoned. So I was like, oh, I can get attention if I'm loud and boisterous and funny. And it like made me good at it. But it was also like a projection. It was also like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, I don't really need to do all that. I'm just
Yeah.
going to sit and read a book and I'm good.
I also think creatives always have a large level of introversion in them. I'm not saying that they're not extroverts, but like a lot of creative people, like introversion is necessary for us.
That's where
yeah.
you breed it. You're on the red carpet for a little bit. They're like, can I go home?
Yeah, it gets
a lot.
Like,
exhausting.
I want to chill. Yeah.
I'm at a point in my career though where I will go wherever the green lights are.
Yeah.
Like if I started doing ventriloquism tomorrow and that took off, be like, all right, I'm a ventriloquist because this is where people are
I
pushing.
love you, dude.
No, honestly,
I love you.
I'm just like
But
sick
that's
of
good that you're open to things.
I don't know, open to things.
He's
I'm,
open
I'm,
to a
I'm
lot
just
of
beating
things.
down my life.
Tarun's open. I'm beating down life. He's a beaten man.
You just give up in
God.
LA. You're like, you know what? Screw this. Whoever's paying me money, like I will just sell out and do whatever the fuck I have
But
to do to
you
make
can't
money.
say
trying
you
to
can't
not
say you're
do
beaten
that.
down
I'm
and you've
trying
given
to-
up
no,
because you're
don't
still
say that.
handling
Giving up.
business, dude.
I'm being.
Look what you're doing right now.
So give yourself credit. I know you're joking.
Yeah.
But you're not a quitter.
But the reason why I do this, people are like, oh, you do this for the pot for helping Indians. Great. But I also do it because it's selfish for me because I get to practice hosting. I get to hang out with people. I get to network. I have a great time doing it. Whatever feeds my soul, I will continue to do it as long as I can.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of
I
how
don't really
how
care.
Yeah.
I don't consider that selfish, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes you have to be selfish for certain.
Why did you start your
things.
podcast?
Going back to being selfish, I was on hold for 2 series regular parts beginning of last year, like February or March. And within like 2 weeks apart, and it was like the callback, the producer session, all of it. And it's like I'm driving to my side job and it's like that pivoting phone call that you're
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for. And literally back to back. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I like took a month to just be like, I want to create. Like, what can I? It's also, I think I'm healing a little bit of like my childhood stuff because I love talking to people who are diverse. Anyway, so because I didn't book the thing, I was like, I just need something that's my own, that I can be in control of, be creative. That's just going to keep me like happy. And so I came up with a podcast and I was like, there aren't that many diverse podcasts that, have people with different cultural backgrounds in entertainment. And that's always fascinated me in like getting to know people with that kind of background because I have it. So yeah.
You're also very natural
Does that make
too.
sense? I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm
Yeah,
really-
and I feel like rejection is redirection sometimes.
yes.
Also, there's a difference between selfish and self-interest. Those are different things.
What's the
Like
difference?
My commercial acting coach back in the day said, like, you're doing something that just because it's serving you doesn't mean selfish. Selfish comes from the fact that, like, is someone else being harmed by that decision? Is it coming from that? Obviously, it's very nuanced and you have to look at it. But I think this whole notion, that goes back to what we talked about before, that, like, anything that serves you is negative. And it's not.
It's not.
This is something serving you, all the things that it's serving, but serving everyone else here too.
Fill your cup, then you can fill other people's
Yeah.
cup. Otherwise, if your cup is empty, you can't fill other
But like
people's
you're getting
cup.
better, you're doing it for all those reasons, but serving all of us that are on here with you.
But if I don't like doing something, I will stop doing it. Because so many times in my career, I've just done it and barrel through because I've felt in LA, you feel like you have to just keep persisting. And I don't want to just do stuff anymore for the sake of trying to keep up with the Joneses.
You shouldn't.
Don't.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm agreeing with you, but I'm all like, dude, you're freaking annoying. What I'm trying to tell you is you're not being selfish and it's okay.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you so
Take
much.
that. Just take it. Soak it in.
So we're all not selfish and we're all happy. Wrapping up, how does it feel to actually be on a podcast versus running your own podcast?
I was so excited. Yeah, this is great. I love it.
Was this a positive experience for you?
It was definitely a positive experience. Yeah, I think doing mine kind of prepped me for this for sure. But it's nice to just, I mean, it's a conversation, right? So
Well, sometimes I talk to people and like they're series regulars on shows and they're afraid to come on here
I am.
because they're like, I don't want to just talk
yeah,
extemporaneously. Like I need to have a script and they don't, and I'm like, well, what if you do like the Jimmy Fallon or something tomorrow? Like you're just going to walk on their cold.
They're like,
Yeah.
that's also a script.
Exactly.
I
That's
think
actually
for
true.
me,
Kinda true, yeah.
I'm very aware of like people's things that make them uncomfortable. So like again, it's making them feel comfortable and being like, hey, if we touch on a subject that you don't want to dive into or whatever, because sometimes, again, it's my curiosity and I ask a lot of questions about upbringings and like how different cultures shaped you and like where you are now or, you know, your experiences like auditions and stuff. Some of it could be very traumatizing for different people depending on their experience. So I think being sensitive to that, but also making them realize that that helps, like sharing their stories helps people be like, oh, I actually went through that and I can relate. And like, thank you for sharing that because, you know, it heals them in a way. But it's navigating those like feelings and stories that people
Sure.
bring on to podcasts, I think.
And where can people find more of you online?
Instagram. I mean, the movie Lifeguard, I think it's going to go through like the festival circuit. So that might be a little bit next year.
That's the one you were talking about from December.
Yes, it's
Okay,
called Lifeguard. My podcast is Your Caviar Podcast, IMDb.
What's your Instagram?
Nihan Gur official.
It's official, dog.
It's official.
Official.
I'm the
I
official.
love the official ones, yeah.
I'm the Pritesh Shah.
I am at Style by Malvika.
Cool.
You're going to post it all.
I
No
will.
one knows how to spell anything we just said, by the
I
way.
know.
You know it's
Yeah.
a wrap. Like,
I
no
mean,
one's going to be like,
it's our names.
yeah.
It's good to hear it though out loud.
And yours?
It's at Tarun Shetty.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I want to thank you, Nihan, for coming by. We appreciate you.
you.
I'm sure we'll connect soon in the future. Maybe we'll do a movie together in Turkey or something.
I would love that. Yes. Thank you guys.
And
We should-
Tarun,
we
thanks
should
for
all just
being
make
not
it.
selfish, but having a lot of self-interest.
Thanks
I
for helping me
appreciate
see
that.
the light, Pritesh.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I'm here for you, buddy.
And thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Please join us on Patreon, and we will see you guys next episode. Take care.
Later.
Bye.